Hey everyone, today we're joined by Abhi. Abhi has been my sleep coaching client for a while now. We met through a common connection. And, listen, like Abhi has a lot of experience. I mean, Abhi has been everything from being a singing coach, being a setter, a closer, a full stack closer. And nowadays, he's actually the CEO of a marketing agency. And listen, like for the ones that are tuning in, there are lots of parallels between solopreneurs and first-time C-suite leaders. All right, because as a solopreneur, you have to manage everything. You have to manage contractors, you have to manage the bills, you have to manage accounting, marketing, sales, everything. All right, so there is a lot going on here. There is a very much in common and with what you guys are experiencing. So first and foremost, Abhi, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Awesome, awesome. So let's actually start from something very simple. Let's talk about what was happening, what was going on in your life before we met. Like how you were approaching, um, your challenges as a solopreneur, and how the overall sleep quality and of course the overall, high performance was affecting you.
So, yeah, like before I met you, so I had like a huge problem with my sleep, right? And I did not understand that the sleep was the reason why, like I was not able to think clearly and process information well, learn things, and make sure that I
Mhm.
remember them. And also like being irritable, being overly emotional, definitely. Like these things were like it was like all part of me, and until I fixed the sleep, and then I saw slowly that all these things started fading away. So yeah, like because I work nights, I work from India, and all my clients are in the US. Um, so I work nights. I work usually like PST time. So I work exactly like 12 and a half hours in like difference from like my own time here. So the circadian rhythm is completely, out of whack. So yeah, and like initially, I used to have a lot of problems, with this, like with the sleep schedule and all that, right? But then right now, like after, going through your system, Stephanie, like I don't see any difference at all. For like sleeping at night versus sleeping in the morning, and also like getting enough sleep. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good, good. And when it comes to sleep deprivation, how was affecting you? Like, how was affecting your ability to think strategically and to make
Mm.
clear decisions?
Yeah, like the quick thinking, like that thing was like really not working at all. Like let's say when you're in sales, right? People just will just they'll just kind of tell you stuff like, oh hey, I don't need it, or why don't you just give me the price, right? And I would like usually like like freeze up back in the day. Of course a lot of it had to do with the right word tracks and the right way of handling it, of course, of course. But the thing is, you know, like having the presence of mind to just be like, you know what, it's all right. It's just another guy who's trying to be rude with me, and just be calm and collective, and then just tackle the situation. So, yeah, like having your brain cooperate with you, like that is huge, and that's what I lacked in the past. So.
Yeah, yeah. No, okay, that's very helpful for the people tuning in. And you know, this was actually, what made you actually decide to seek sleep coaching? We already understand it, but what specifically drew to, to working with me?
Honestly, in the beginning, I didn't even know that my problems were because of lack of sleep, right? So once, our like our mutual friend, told me about how sleep, affects our life. Then I was like, oh, really? Okay, let me find out more about it. So yeah, I was very unaware, like why I was having those problems. So yeah.
Nice, nice. And I was actually, maybe, chatting, having a little chat here and there. I was actually helping you get more clarity instead of, just getting another pitch.
Sure, sure, of course. Yeah, yeah. Like, you help me understand the entire system of how, the body sleeps, and when what is required, what are the prerequisites, the like stuff like those the light, like I forget what you call that light, the light that you use before you go to sleep. I forget the name now.
Amber,
I use
amber
it like
light,
every
yeah, amber
Amber
light.
Light. That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amber Light. So yeah, I've been using that. That helps a ton. Blackout curtains. I got a sleep mask. The room is pretty chill if you're like back in the day in my last home where I lived, like that place was not too good. Like even the bed wasn't that good. Right? I bought a better
Yeah.
mattress. So yeah, and the blackout curtains, so on and so forth. So yeah, like all of those are like definitely adding to the good sleep. So
Yeah, that's good. And when it comes to these things, so when it comes to these changes that we implemented, and you can list a few of them, so that people can actually maybe implement them and see results, because there's a lot more to it when it comes to, high performance coaching. And so I'm wondering, like, these changes that we actually implemented, were they easy, were they fast to implement, because both solopreneurs and C-suite leaders, they don't have much time.
right.
They most likely never have much time. So, like, this is a question for you. Like, were they easy? Were they fast? Were they, simple to understand to be implemented in your day-to-day life?
To be completely honest with you, initially it wasn't. It was definitely difficult, because I did not understand like why or how a curtain was going to help me sleep better. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Right? So, and later on, I understood, like, okay, yeah, no, it's actually true. so, so yeah, I didn't see the changes, like before they actually happened. So yeah, definitely. So initially, it was like a learning curve for me, like just for myself, right? And then once I started getting used to it, right? After like 3 or 4 days, maybe a week tops, I think I was slowly realizing like the benefits. So definitely, and it was not like I was spending like a lot of time with these things. Like maybe all week, the first week of my time, maybe I spent like a couple hours, maybe just to figure out the whole sleep thing. So yeah, and 100% worth it. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. And I mean, talking about the benefits, how these changes affected your ability to function as a leader?
Again, once you're able to think clearly, you're able to manage disputes. You're able to manage people's like you're the people who are working for you, like their emotions, right? Their day-to-days, right? And you're able to deal with people with more compassion and tact. So which is both required for person who's running the company or is an integral part of the day-to-day. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, that's definitely right. And I guess like even when it comes to, not just, managing the sales aspect, but even when it comes to managing your contractors, like
Hmm.
these, where these, connections and, relationships changed by you being more present and more, clear-headed.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like every relationship that I have, not just like professional but personal, all of those relationships, benefited because of a good sleep. You know, like it's not about the hours, like you say, right? But it's about like the quality, right? Initially, again, that was another thing that I was like, no, that not possible. These other doctors are saying 8 hours, right? But nowadays, I'm just consistently sleeping like 6 hours, 6.5 hours stops, right? In the weekends, I definitely sleep in a little bit, right? But yeah, I get very good sleep. Like so yeah, and that is like doing a very good like progress for me in the communication that I'm having with my employees, the contractors that I'm working with, the potential clients and our clients that we have, in my personal family relationships. So all of those.
Gotcha. And when it comes to that, you're actually talking about the quantity of sleep, the quantity of hours.
Mhm. Yeah.
I remember, we having that conversation back in the days. You thought you actually needed 8 hours of sleep, and I told you, "Hey, listen, you
Right.
just need a deep sleep, so you need less
Right.
hours of sleep, as long as you can, as long as you get a deep sleep." So you know, C-suite leaders, again, like are people that, need more time. They wish they
Hmm.
had more time during the day to get things done, you know?
Sure.
And of course, to actually being able to maybe spend, that extra, half an hour, that extra hour with their family or with their fiance, So the question
Mm-hmm.
for you is, like how was beneficial to your work-life balance and your productivity, the fact that you could actually sleep a few, fewer hours and
Yeah.
being even more efficient and productive.
Yeah. That's an amazing question because a big problem, I was facing back in the day was I was literally like chasing my day. Like after I slept for 8 hours, right? Then I'll be like, oh, like I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to do XYZ. Like,
Yeah.
like I'll just work. And I just kind of chose work as an excuse to like not do any of those other things, right? And now the extra 2 hours that I'm getting in the day, I'm able to go exercise. I love swimming. I swim every day virtually, like at least 5, 6 days a week. And it's like I'm able to like find time for that, and I definitely spend some time with my family. So yeah, like all these things are beneficial, and they're adding to the mood because once you like meet your needs for your exercise, and then you're like spending time with your family, right? Like it really stimulates you to do better work, and you feel better about yourself. So yeah.
No, that's good stuff. So, I mean,
Uh,
is it fair to say that, working on your sleep and your performance overall not only
uh,
affected your ability to function as a leader, but,
mhm.
affected your ability to enjoy more life?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Nice, nice, good stuff.
Uh,
And that really comes down to, work-life balance. That really comes down to work-life balance. You actually have more time during the day to work, be
uh,
present when you actually work at any given point in time. It's not just like you're actually going through the day like a zombie, because that's
mhm.
a problem. Once you
Yeah.
actually, you cannot stop working it because you have so much to do, but you're
Right,
sleeping
right.
poorly and you're doing all the things that are supposed to be doing poorly, then you're just going to
Mm.
become a zombie. You're trying to go through, you're trying to run
Yeah,
the day, but in reality, the day
yeah,
is running you, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So
100%.
that's really a good point to share. And let me actually, see another couple of questions that I wanted to ask you here. But you know, okay, cool. So when it comes to budget, this is actually an issue in pretty much in each and every industry, as long as you don't figure out the value. But let's talk about, the value and the investment that you got out of, just sleep coaching. I mean, we've been very surfacey in a way because we touched
Right,
upon sleep. We had a few
right,
coaching sessions together, but still,
right.
I wonder, like, what was the ROI return on investment for you as a solopreneur,
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
solopreneur with a tight budget,
yeah.
compared to, the investment that you had to make.
Yeah, so I mean, I would definitely say like the return of investment was completely disproportionate. It's like like it's like the time that I'm getting with my family, the time that I'm getting for myself to exercise more, the improvements at work, right? All those, I mean, it's priceless. I mean, and I always believe in like investing in myself, and like bettering myself so that I can be better, so that I can do the things that I do in my life better. So yeah, and definitely like it's been worth it for me, for sure. Yeah, it's worth its weight in gold, like the saying goes. So
Nice, nice. And it's funny because, people think that sleep is for the dead.
yeah.
Until you realize
Yeah,
that you're, like, becoming a zombie, you're getting closer to being
right.
dead.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
another thing.
from like a former zombie. I can say that no, that's not true. It's not good.
No.
Sleep is for the living. So,
No, that's good. That's good. No,
uh,
it's great to see that you're actually enjoying life a lot more
yeah,
thanks to, to this sleep.
yeah,
Um, and because again, sleep, people think that sleep is boring. People think that sleep is just a feature at the end of the day. But it's really
yeah,
what you can get out of it once you apply all the methods. And this really
yeah.
seems that you actually got a lot out of it. All right, cool. So. I mean, there are many coaches out there. Some sleep coaches, high performance coaches. What do you think makes my approach unique?
Well, it's like you're able to like customize uh your coaching based off of like my life. it almost feels like every other coach that's out there, a sleep coach or any coach, they try to give you like a cookie cutter thing, like, go through this. But your coaching was like, you adapted your methods to like my lifestyle, and that really helped a lot. So
Nice.
uh,
And I'm curious, like, something that I really strive to do with my clients is designing systems, tailoring systems so that you can actually, like routines, checklists that you can actually,
sure.
um, use for the rest of your life. Eventually, you can refine them and whatnot, but mostly they're going to be very effective and very principle driven. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, would you say that that is something that you actually found compared to, maybe just getting insights?
Mm, I don't know if I understand the question. Like what did I find? Sorry.
Like, would you say that you're actually, you actually been experiencing that you were getting systems, that were
Ah,
tailored to you instead of just,
sure, sure. No,
insights as a
100%.
coach?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, like I would say I definitely got both, systems as well as insights from you. Like because again, like I said, I did not even know like my problems were because of sleep. So, you helped me first identify it, and then, once I started working on those, you helped me set up the right system so that, I'm able to again fall asleep fastest, and when
Hmm.
I wake up with like very good sleep, also with like the naps you mentioned, like how to get the
Hmm.
the best naps, right? So saying that 20-minute alarm and stuff, like I was like, I don't know, I thought like, oh, if I'm feeling sleepy in the afternoon, I'll sleep for a couple hours, and you said like that's not the best way. So, like all these small things, I mean, they're like all adding up to this like big machine. So definitely the systems were there, as well as, your insights also helped. So,
Great, great stuff. One last thing about, the experience of working together. How was the communication and support?
oh, very good. Like, I mean, we were like messaging virtually every single day. So, and yeah, you were very responsive. Like, get back almost like the same day, if not the next day. So yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Nice, appreciate it. All right, cool. So, very last question before we close. I mean, why would you recommend to C-suite leaders, first-time C-suite leaders that are ramping up on their jobs, that are getting into a crisis stage at some point? Why would you actually recommend them to to seek out working with me or to consider working with me as a total performance coach?
Well, like the reason why I'd recommend is basically, like as a leader of your company, you're supposed to find out the issues inside the business that is stopping it from performing at its optimal conditions.
Hmm.
Now, before you can do that for your business or for the business that you work in, you have to do that in yourself. Because if you are not working in the most optimal way, you can't like hope to, make the business work like that. So yeah, I would definitely recommend to, work on this and really fix this. And again, it's not like it takes like years or months even. Like in just a few weeks, like, I was like sleeping so well. Like it was like night and day. I was like, whoa. Like I had a sleep problem. Like it's like, so it's crazy. So yeah, and it's so crucial because like it like sleep is something it will pay for it, like, the program that you buy into, like you'll pay for it, like, for the rest of your life, as long as you're going to be alive. So so this is so crucial. And and ultimately, if you're sleeping right, you're going to start like exercising well, you're going to start eating right, and then together it's going to increase the longevity, of your own body. And so yeah, and it's crucial, it's crucial for like a leader of a company to definitely focus on this.
Awesome, awesome. That was a great share. All right, folks. So we are getting to the end. Pretty much, my service include total performance coaching, which means that we're gonna tailor systems both for high performance, so for sustained performance throughout the weeks and months and even years, and the peak performance. So if you're preparing for a high stake, negotiation, or if you're preparing for a board meeting, we can actually get you into the state where you can perform at your best. All right. You can find me on LinkedIn, even on our upcoming website, Abhi, where can people find you to get a word if they need to?
Well, if they want to find me on Facebook, just look up Abhi C, just the same name over there. And if they want to look at my website, it's motivatedsellersolutions.com. So that's my agency. Work with real estate and investors and helping them get motivated sellers. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Appreciate it. All right, folks. So that was about it. Again, if you wanna become a more strategic leader, be able to empower your team with strategic emotional management, being able to get more work done by sleeping less hours, being able to enjoy more your life with work-life balance, and eventually be more present. And have the energy at any given point in time to deal with the company issues that you're supposed to deal with, then feel free to send me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. So that was about it. Abhi, thanks for joining us today.